Hi everyone. Yep, you are looking at a spork, and I'm going to do a review on it. You might be thinking it's weird that I'm talking about a utensil for a gear review, but hear me out here. If you're camping, bringing your own utensils is necessary. I mean, you're just going to have to bring everything with you. And some of you who are thinking about traveling and maybe staying in hostels might think, oh, I'll just go and use the hostel kitchen. But trust me, I've stayed in enough hostels and seen how people use the kitchen to know that when dinner time hits, everybody goes in at the same time. You're going to be trying to cram around and look for plates or any kind of silverware and cutlery. And even when it's not in use, a lot of people can be inconsiderate and they'll just throw dirty plates and silverware into the sink. And you're going to waste valuable time having to wash someone else's mess in order to have just a spoon. So this is a spork by Light My Fire. I don't know, I feel weird calling this a spork just because I always thought of it as that kind of handle with a spoon with like the little cutouts in it, so it has like a fork on the tip, but they classify this as a spork. I got this about a week ago at a gear sale. It was pretty cheap, so I thought I'd just get it and try it out and see how I liked it so I could do this review. According to the Light My Fire website, it is made out of a heat-resistant plastic, and it says that this won't melt in hot or boiling water. So I've actually used this to eat not just cereal, but like stews, chili, all sorts of different like hot items. So, and I haven't had any problems with it. According also to the website, it says it won't scratch any non-stick cookware. It's Teflon-friendly, and it's also dishwasher safe, so that's fine. There is this one, which is the plastic version that weighs about 8 grams. They also offer a titanium version, which is 17 grams, and I'll get to that in a second. This is actually offered in two different types of plastic. One is PC and the other is BPA-free Triton. So if you are really concerned about having BPA in your food, you might want to look and specifically see that it's made out of Triton. I think this is the Triton version. I don't have the box with me. Now, the good things. Well, actually, let me just talk about some of the bad things I don't like about this. Number one, I think the handle is a little bit too short. I think this section right here should be a bit longer. I have small hands, and as you can see here, when I'm holding it, if I'm using this as a fork or as a spoon, the other utensil is touching my hand. So if you're going to be using this for a meal and you want to use both things, like say you want to use this to scoop mashed potatoes and then you want to use the fork to pick up meatloaf, your hand's going to get dirty. It's just unavoidable. So this part needs to be longer, because I can only imagine how difficult this would be for someone with medium-sized hands. Also, it's kind of a nice touch that they put like a little serrated section here on the fork so you can use it to saw through things. This will work on really soft things like say meatloaf. However, if you have something as soft as meatloaf, you don't really need a serrated section. You could just use the pressure and the edge of even a spoon to just kind of press through and cut it open. And if you have something tough enough that requires a blade, like say a steak, if you're trying to saw through a steak, when you stick this in, the teeth are going to dig in, and then you're going to need a second utensil with the other hand to hold it still so you can saw through the meat. So you're going to need 2 utensils for that. Also, the main hit though, the main hit that I have with this is, yes, the plastic is heat resistant and dishwasher safe. However, if you'll look here, I can flex it really easily with my hands. Now, for most food items, you're not going to have any problems. Eating cereal, fine. Soup, great. Stews, awesome. The one hit I will give this though, and anybody who's ever used a plastic spoon will agree with me, is try eating ice cream with this thing. I'm afraid, and I will refuse to use this on something like ice cream because I know it's going to break. You're going to dig this in, it's going to catch into the ice cream, and it's solid enough that the spoon will catch and this handle will snap off. And everyone's had it where they've used a plastic spoon, it's broken, and then you had to use that little nub and grab it from the end right here to finish off the rest of your cup. So I think the plastic should be a little bit more heavy duty. I don't know, they could try to go to something like polypropylene or I don't know what, but this is specifically mainly used for only lighter items, but with those are fine. Now this leads to the titanium version. They do offer a metal version, that'll be fine. You could eat ice cream, you can eat anything with that, and it's only a little bit heavier and it's so much stronger. The one hit I will give for the titanium version though is it is really expensive. I mean, the last time I checked, I think it was something like $15 at REI, and that is way too expensive for me for a spork. For that's just too much for a spork. I'm not going to pay that kind of money for it. I mean, it's an eating utensil. I mean, you have other things that you want to spend your money on, other pieces of gear that you need to spend your money on, so I'll give a hit for that. It would have been nice if Light My Fire would have offered this design in stainless steel and offered it for, say, I don't know, $5, $6. That would have been worth it. Yes, if you put it in stainless steel, it will be heavier, like a lot heavier than titanium. but it will be stronger than either the plastic or the titanium version, and it'll be at a price point that I think most people would be willing to pay for. Now, with all these criticisms, I mean, you might think I want to write off the Light My Fire Spork, but not really. Actually, if you're willing to put up with its limitations, this does have a place in your gear collection. Now, if you're traveling, say, by air, it would be worth it to get this plastic spork, just because I don't know how airport security is. Sometimes my luck is good, sometimes my luck is bad. Sometimes I get stopped and they pull and they look through my luggage. And yes, it is a spork, and yes, it's unlikely they're going to take a metal fork out of your luggage. But when you have plastic, there's no reason for them to even think about taking this away. Plus, the fact that it's plastic means that you can check your bags as a carry-on. It's not going to set it off or get like a funny look when it goes to the metal detector. It's just a piece of plastic. So that's something to think about. Think you can look around. You can buy the plastic versions in packs of 10 for about $10, which I think is a bit much. I think this should be more along the $6 to $7 range, since this is basically just a plastic spoon or fork. And individually you can buy them for about $3. I think I got this at a gear sale for about $1.50. So shop around, look online for sales, check out eBay, and if you think this design is good and you think this might work out for you and you can deal with the limitations that I laid out, you might want to give this a shot. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.